What's up, everybody? This is Mongoose. Just wanted to make a video really quick about overcompensating. And by overcompensating, well, obviously what I'm talking about is the idea or thought that a bigger motor, bigger bike, bigger car, faster bike makes you a better person, like makes you better than everyone else. When indeed, owning a faster bike or car does not actually gain you skill, it just puts less brain power behind more horsepower. I live in an area where there's a lot of people around here, and the minute they even catch a whiff that you got a bike, their first question is, oh, how big's the motor? It's like, instead of being intelligent, instead of asking, oh, how's the ride, or what's the gas mileage like, or anything like that, the first thing they jump to is motor, because I know what they're thinking in their head. It's a very simple thought process. It's the same when that's all they care about is, oh, it's got a big motor, so it's good enough for me. But yeah, these kids that, anybody that I've ever known personally to go out and buy a 600 for their first bike, those are the kind of morons you catch up with a couple years later, and now they don't have a bike anymore, and you're like, oh man, I thought you had a bike for a while. Oh yeah, I did, but I crashed it. Oh. And then that's basically all they have to say for themselves. And these people are even cocky enough to the point where they'll, if you tell them you have a 250, like a 250cc, they'll laugh at you. They'll be like, oh, what's the matter? You can't get a 600? It's like, really? You crashed yours and you're gonna judge me? What? That's kind of stupid. And pretty much all people care about around here is bigger is better. That's the motto, basically, in America. And to me, that really doesn't prove anything. That proves that you know how to go in a straight line when you have more horsepower and torque. The thing is you take anybody that's got a huge motor and they're used to kicking the shit out of people that have a smaller bike, put them on a 250 with somebody else that's used to driving a 250, and that person's going to get their ass kicked because they're so hung up on just going in a straight line and going forward and, whoopee, I can do 0 to 60 in, 2 or 3 seconds. They don't give a rat's ass about going through corners, and most people that own a 600 know nothing about dragging knee or, anything like that. All they know is that it went fast when they had it and it went forward, and they could drag race people in a straight line. That, to me, that's stupid. It's just nonsense. I bought a bike not to be a little bitch that goes straight all the time. I bought one to fucking get my knee on the ground and cut through corners and shit like that. So anybody that has a 600 and they rip on people for owning 250, they're obviously overcompensating. They obviously have a fucking really small dick, and the only joy they get in life is by sitting there and be like, oh, 250, huh? It's like, yeah, 250, why don't you jump on one so we can race? And then, if somebody with a 250 kicks my ass, another, a fellow 250 rider, more fucking power to you for proving that you're a good rider. But if someone in a 600 smokes me, it's like, wow, what did you accomplish? You knew before we started racing that your motor was bigger. Does that mean that you're any cooler? No, it doesn't. That just means that you need all that extra horsepower because you lack the fundamental skills. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it.